Good morning. It's Wednesday, October 12th. And I want to ask you if you're doing the work you're supposed to be doing. By that I mean, are you doing God's work? God has given each of us something that we're supposed to be doing for work. Whether we get paid or not is not the question. It is, are we doing what we're supposed to be doing? And you can always tell because, well, first of all, people choose things that they think will make them happy. They choose things that maybe pay the most money, and maybe the things they want. People want what they want. They want to be rich. They want to be good looking. They want to be happy. And they think that those things are what's going to make them happy. But if you're in a job and you're not happy, or you're doing something and there's just something very wrong, you can feel it in your spirit that you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. And in your spirit, you'll know what you are supposed to be doing, or you have somewhat of an idea that it's in a different direction. Now, Paul was writing here in Corinthians, 1 Corinthians chapter 3. He said in verse 6, I planted, Apollos, another disciple, watered, but God gave the increase. So then neither he who plants is anything, nor he who waters, but God who gives the increase. But he who plants and he who waters are one, and each one will receive his own reward according to his own labor. Because we are all God's fellow workers. We're God's field, we're God's building. So we have to be careful what we're laying down for others to build upon, especially our children or people we influence. We have to be careful that we are laying down the proper foundation, the foundation of Jesus Christ. And then they can go and continue on with our work, hopefully, if they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. It doesn't mean we all have to be preachers. We can do all kinds of things and serve God. And because there's all kinds of needs in this world. And it says here, if anyone's work which he has built on it endures, he will receive a reward. It says right out. If anyone's work is burned, he'll suffer loss, but he himself will be saved yet, so as through fire. So we're not going to be lost, but at the same time, if you have done work that hopefully will change someone's life or influence them a little bit, or show them the love of God, the love of Christ, in some way through your work, you'll get a reward. That's right there. It says that. And if you're doing things that don't last, that won't have an effect on other people and nothing to build on, then those things, then you don't get the reward. So it doesn't say what it will be, but I'm sure I'd rather have the reward in heaven. It says, do you not know you're the temple of God, and that the Spirit of God dwells within you? If anyone defiles the temple of God, God will destroy him. For the temple of God is holy, which temple you are. Now you think about that. We've heard before our body is a temple. Our body is God's temple. We are the temple of God, and the Spirit of God dwells in us. And so we are not to defile that temple in any way. You have to take care of yourself. You have to take care of your body. Doesn't mean you have to lose so much weight or whatever. It means take care of yourself and consider yourself the temple of God, and that you are carrying His Spirit, and that whatever you do, you need to take care of it. I mean, if you think about it, can you imagine the temple of God, wherever it may be, maybe in Israel, on earth, but you know for sure the Spirit of God is in that temple. How would you approach it? Would you walk in and, throw your water bottles and let water splash all over? Or would you take chalk and draw on the floors? Or Would you would you maybe chip away at bricks or anything? No, you would hopefully have the highest respect for the true temple of God, especially knowing the Spirit of God was there watching you. And so you have to think our bodies are the temple of God. Our bodies is holding the Spirit of God. We don't want to be going against our bodies. We want to be going with our bodies. We want to be doing things that are good for us, good for God, good for our foundation that we're building. So what kind of foundation are you building? Are you doing God's work? Wherever you are, whatever you do, make sure you're doing God's work. Think about that. God bless you.